ain't even balanced that sound up. Microphone check. And there we go. All right. So again, welcome to Andrews the podcast. I'm back in studio tonight, man. The Black Tucker Carlson is he has the night off. I just think he big time. He came in here and just did one show and got the night off the next night. And listen, be sure there are some links in the description box. And you can go over to the Welcome to Andrews online store and support the broadcast by picking up one of these nice mugs, Welcome to Andrews mugs, or some other items. We in the process of changing some things up over there, switching up from the winter to the summer stuff. I mean, from the winter to the summer stuff. So some of that stuff might be dated over there. So, but just go over there and give us a look, leave a comment, and just let us know that you over there. You've been by the store over there. So tonight, man, we're going to talk about. First, let me get this music down. Is that background music too loud? Can you hear me clearly? I'll tell you what. That's always my good number down there. So tonight we're going to talk about some issues dealing with mental health. Now, let me do a disclaimer here. I am not a psychologist. However, I did take psychology in high school and a little bit in college. And my friends call me a lot with advice, though. I'm not a psychologist on my trade. But what I want to talk about is mental health. And there is a reason why I want to go through this conversation. And that reason is because of these videos that I'm about to show you guys. You probably already seen them floating around on Facebook. If you don't know, in the town of Andrews, these videos were floating around. Miss Luana Miller had a visitor to her house, and these images were picked up on her camera.
Hey, good morning. I seen the bicycle. I didn't know if you have any children here or anything.
I don't.
Oh, okay, because I had a brand new pair of sneakers.
Oh, no, I ain't got the place to that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, thank
you.
you.
All right, you can see there in the video where the person came up to the Miller's house, and he just randomly brought a pair of sneakers and wanted to sell a pair of sneakers. And again, all this is tied to mental health. Now, it took a couple days, and some people identified who that was, which is one of the reasons why I would do a free endorsement for any of those cameras. I don't know which ones are the best ones, but I would definitely encourage you to install these cameras on your properties, okay? Because a lot of times it's the first line of defense that, where you could be prepared in case of, a surprise visit. And this person is just randomly walking up wanting to sell sneakers. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if the person didn't decide to come back later that night. And I think you can see in this video right here where we'll play it again. Let's see if we can see it on there. There's a bicycle on the porch, and the person ultimately comes back.
Hey, good morning. I seen a bicycle. I didn't know if you have any children here or anything.
I don't.
Oh, okay, because I had a brand new pair of sneakers.
Oh, no, I ain't got the voice for that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that appears to be a, innocent, people always come around selling shoes. That's why I am an advocate of the Second Amendment, and this is why I encourage people to become proficient with a weapon. Okay, make sure you not only have a weapon, but make sure you use that weapon on a regular basis to work on your skills, because again, this person has been identified, and the person's family has been notified about this situation, which is a whole nother conversation. Because and it's key that these community organizations get involved. That they get involved, especially like in Andrews, because while I was, just looking up stuff for this right here, I realized that in Andrews, there is no mental health help facility. Okay. You see everything here from just a Google, and I Googled mental health care in Georgetown County. Okay. And everything is in Georgetown. So if you're out in Sanford and you're having a mental health crisis and you're not able to make it to Georgetown, then I guess you can go get you some mental help down there on 51. It's probably the most underserved community in Georgetown County is the mentally ill. So again, that's why I'm a proponent of 2A. So let's go. All right, in that video right there, you watched the young man take the bike from the porch, right? That's the same guy that came by, sounding so innocent, sounding so, you know what I mean? In that moment right there, what if they had confronted him? Do you think it would have been, oh, my bad, and the guy would have just walked off? Guy came and stole the bike, came and took the bike off the porch. Now, again, this person has been identified. The family has been notified. I'm just, it's a lot of people are fortunate in the fact that a lot of people are just very compassionate, and they before going to law enforcement, sometimes they go to the family members and directly address the situation. And in most of these cases, the families know that this person is suffering from whatever mental condition, and they're just out and about amongst the community. Again, so the person comes and takes the bike off of the porch. What if that person was confronted at that moment? They could have just said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I won't do it again," walk away. Or it could have turned a whole nother way. So this person who was supposedly coming by to buy shoes was literally just scoping the spot out. What if the homeowner would have came out and been startled and fired and shot and killed him? A lot of what ifs there. A lot of them. Check this out. Wrong video. Oh, wrong video again. Now that's the same person that came and took the bike. Now they returned the bike. Okay. So you could say, hey, they didn't mean, they just wanted to borrow the bike, but that's not your damn bike. And in the middle of the night, people don't have time to decipher whether you having a mental crisis or not. That's I mean, if you want to play that game and try to diagnose and it's your life that you're gambling with. So, I mean, have at it. Came and put the bike back. First it's a bike, then it's something else. This person's obviously watching this house and feels comfortable enough to do this. Okay. How do you know this person's not on Facebook watching these people, tracking their every move? And, where's the cops? The cops are never there when crime happens. The cops come there, take notes, and try to solve some stuff. They're not there to prevent crime. So in the time that it takes when a crime happened and they get in there, what are you doing? What are you doing to protect yourself? No, I'm not speaking lightly when I say go to the gun range. Get your gun. Who wants to hurt anybody in that way? What's deterring this person from walking on these people's porch? Starts with a bike and then what? What's next? So what's being done in the community? We having a lot of things that I'm one of the ones I'm, pushing it, and I had to stop and look after having that conversation. What is there for the mentally ill that's having a crisis there? Is it 51? Is it handcuffs in jail? And fines you can't pay? So he know he's doing crime. He ain't that mentally ill because he had enough sense to cover his face. Get them cameras, buy them cameras, man. Invest in them cameras. Invest in them cameras. And this is him coming back to the house, okay? This is him coming back to the house after he done took the bike, returned it. So I guess he's coming back for another ride. At this point, the bike has been locked up in there on the porch. That you know what I mean? There's been a chain put there. Like, get these cameras because and what's in that backpack? What's in that backpack? So if in that moment right there, the homeowners had called the cops and the cops had some kind of setup and they came up there and caught him and he came off that porch and reached for that backpack and got filled with lead. Whose fault was that? How many times have we just saw somebody just mentally, I mean, obviously mentally ill, going through a situation right in Georgetown County, right in Andrews. It's then got so to where the churches are in a position where they can't take these people in and help them because of lawsuits. And because they gotta be insured as churches, and a lot of the insurances will drop them if they open up like soup kitchens and these different types of things. Check this out. Hey, what's up? This is Jamal from Welcome to Andrews the Podcast. I am here in Georgetown, South Carolina. Right here behind me is this property is the Georgetown County Library. And I just wanted to show you guys firsthand the difference in how projects are treated in Georgetown. This is a Georgetown County project, but as you can see here, the high fences around it. You got plenty of safety tape. You got locks. Well protected, okay? Now, I'm going to take you guys to Andrews to I'm talking about a site that's way more dangerous than what you see going on right here. And we'll see how they treat that, how the same county, okay, handles the same situation when it comes to Andrews, South Carolina. And 18 miles away, this is what you get right here. This is the old Andrews High School. It's been like this since March 7th. Okay. You don't see any fences, any locks, no nothing around this site. You see this barrier that's supposed to keep people out. And as you can see, it's a flimsy plastic barrier that in certain areas you could just literally a little light step and you on top of it. So the question is, why is this way in Georgetown County? Same county, but two different approaches. Is it because Andrews is predominantly black? And to Mr. Don Richardson, I'll be giving you a call back again in the morning, sir. So if you're watching, just go ahead and call me. And that's Mr. Richardson from DHEC. You got some splaining to do, sir. But what is your what is if you work in the mental health industry in Georgetown County, please help me. Please help me with information as to what is it that can be done in Andrews, especially as far as raising the awareness of mental health. And this is not for the obviously homeless. And I'm talking about some of you right now, some of us, me, you, all of us need to pay close attention to our mental health. Need to pay close attention to our mental health. Think about the tragedies that's happened in Andrews. Obviously, mental health, mental issues led to were at play in some of the tragic situations. Young lady in Columbia, Miss Winter Straw. Her boyfriend, murder, suicide. And these are people who, for all just from the eye test, everything looks like it's normal. Everything looks like it's intact. But you don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know the stress that they're dealing with. You don't know you don't know. Not to bash on the churches, but I heard this thing from Juanita Bynum today. And that is one of those things, ooh, my goodness, do not, and I mean do not, that is witchcraft, if you ask me. I mean, that's what it comes off as to me. I'm gonna play the audio of it, and it was just somebody sent it to me, and I just found it disturbing because people go to these places for help. People go for spiritual uplift and for guidance and so to be going through a mental crisis and to find yourself in the hands of some of these people, that's a scary prospect. Very.
Older and younger. I know you ain't here because the prophecy don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie.
And he used God, and they used the fear of God, like people's fear, just natural fear. Fear is a powerful tool. It is a powerful tool. It's been used by many people before. I mean, on high levels, on low levels, it is a powerful thing. And just taking advantage of the natural fear of God that people, most Christians have, that they, you know, there should be laws against that. That's just my opinions again.
The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. He's not a lying spirit. He said 21 people in here. If God wasn't talking, nobody would have moved. He said 21 people in this building.
She said if God wasn't talking, nobody would have moved. 21. She showed 21 Savage ain't told her that. But God said 21 people with a cow out. That's 21 stacks. Like, what kind of payment does she got going on that she needed to hustle up real fast?
That's what he means. He said 21 people in this building. How do I know God is talking to me? Because you got it. That's how I know God is talking to you. Because it's
Hey, now that's some space age. That's some space age pimping right there. She said let me run that back. I don't want to mix her words up.
21 people in this building that God said will give $1,000.
21.
He said 21 people in this building. Come now, wherever you are. Give me an envelope. Give me some envelopes. He said 21 people come now, wherever you are. $1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do.
$1,000 ain't nothing to what God's gonna do. 21.
I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all.
She said she ain't called for buckets yet. She just want the envelopes. Come on, Miss Bynum. She said the envelopes. You talk about mental health.
It ain't nothing. There's promotions that you want. You're not gonna get it until you make that sacrifice to God. Line up right here. I know what I'm talking about. Older and younger. I know you ain't here because the prophecy don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of
She right. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie, but I'll be damned if she won't. She can and everything she want. And I know some of y'all senses, y'all get sensitive about that. But I told you we talking about mental illness, so I'm crazy.
the Lord don't lie. He's not a lying spirit. He said 21 people in here. If God wasn't talking, nobody would have moved. He said 21 people in.
He said 21. 21. You mean the man playing blackjack?
In this building. That's what he means. He said 21 people in this building. How do I know God is talking to me? Because you got it. That's how I know God is talking.
That's the line right there. She said, how do I know God is talking to me? Because you got it. It's in your account. That, oh my God, boy. I listen, I started looking around like, how she know?
You, because it's in your account right now. Because it's on your credit card right now. That's how I.
All right, so that's a lie. Because if it's on your credit card, that means you don't have it. That's why it's called a credit card. Credit card.
No, God is talking to you.
Mental health is serious. It's a serious situation. It's a serious thing that's going on. Again, this person has been identified, and
Hey, good morning. I seen the
Hey,
I don't know if you have any children here or anything.
I don't.
Oh, okay, because I had a brand new pair of sneakers.
Oh, Oh no, I ain't got nobody to sit that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it took, again, invest in them cameras, people. Invest in them cameras. Invest in your concealed weapons permit, and become proficient with them weapons, because you need to protect yourself. I'm not advocating violence, but I am advocating the number one rule of life, which is self-preservation. So don't be a willing victim. Okay. The police they're not going to save you. Okay. In a situation like that, you need to be prepared. All right. And again, fortunately, the young man is not violent at this point, and but there is mental illness there. So with that being the situation, that's an unstable situation, period. No slight, no knock on. I don't care about that shit. I'm just stop playing it. Like, protect yourself. I don't have time to play psychologist. Okay. I don't play one on Facebook or TV or any place else. And so, protect yourself first, and then, so here are some places in Georgetown County that you can go for mental health care. In Georgetown County, Walker Center for Mental Health, Access Family Services, Kathleen O'Leary, MD, she's a psychiatrist, and Garden Path Counseling. And so those are the places that I found. Town of Andrews, please add that to the list of things. But I think that's Georgetown County handles the mental health. The funding comes to Georgetown County. So we need the county to step out in these unincorporated areas more so. That was one of the proposals of this, behind the whole defund the police movement, which is one of the reasons why you have less cops than you have, because of, remember, we went through the summer of George Floyd, and it just wasn't an honorable thing now to be a cop. Okay. And definitely a black cop has become a not so honorable thing to do. And the effect is that we have less officers. But one of the proposed ideas was to send, in the place of sending officers in situations, is to send out caseworkers, mental health caseworkers. Okay, which would go over real well in a domestic violence situation. You go send somebody out there to try to counsel them. So I thought the whole defund the police thing was a bad idea from the beginning, because I knew the areas, if I'm being honest with myself, the areas where the police are needed the most are areas where I would most likely be at, where people that look like me live. So I knew less cops would mean, the obvious, more crime, more absolutely. I was more than honored to be there to capture that for Town of Andrews. Now that I'm sitting here talking about this, I really I want to talk with his liaison, Mr. Jerry. I think it's pronounced Jerry with a G, Gerry, Mr. Jerry Shea, out of the Surfside area, because he has some great programs working with veterans, and me being a veteran, and that's a whole nother conversation, is the mental health of veterans coming back into civilian life and just coming back from traumatic situations and readjusting to, normality, being a normal life. Some situations just don't offer that. Once that happens, it's just you can kiss normal goodbye. Like you just got to make the best of it. But that is definitely one of the issues. But yeah, and I because I know Congressman Fry is very big on helping the veterans. He has veterans in his family. He said his brother's a veteran. So looking forward to, and I'm talking about Mr. Jerry, is the gentleman down in the bottom left hand of the screen there. Yeah, that was a great event. I mean, a great thing. I was just geek, man. I mean, listen, I'm a Republican fanboy. Not the rhinos, though. It's a certain kind of Republican that I follow. You know what I mean? I'm an American first type Republican. I can say that now. It's all done now. So it was awesome to be a part of this event. But it wasn't political. It was about Andrews again. Hey man, the doors are open. We the town of Andrews, and I'm taking the liberty of saying this. Hey, town of Andrews is open for business. In this rebuild process, and you can't rebuild without rebuilding the foundation. And so, I know I come off on people a little whatever, but there's no apologies coming. So just understand that this is a long battle, and it's just I don't have time to make everybody understand every detail of it, because it's me that's spending my time to figure it out, and then to put it out and give it to people in a way that, that don't have time but are genuinely interested in what's going on, to get this information in a timely manner, in a timely fashion now. So but yeah, that was good. That was good to see. Good to be a part of. Again, for me, that was just on another level. But let's look at this gentleman again. Look, he's got his face covered. And he was stepping lightly so nobody can hear him. So, hey, y'all, get them Ring cameras and, share that information with law enforcement. You know what I mean? You know what the bombs mean. July 20th. It's on the calendar. I think I'm going to have my own kayak by that time. Drop a kayak in. On a tour of the Black River Trail. Black River State Park. So definitely, I will definitely be there. Waiting for my, by that time, I'll definitely have my waterproof case, and that'll definitely be in. But yeah, I have my waterproof case and a GoPro thing for my helmet, so we can get us some awesome footage of that situation. But again, man, I want y'all to, along with everything else, I know I'm like a teacher trying to give all these assignments. I need y'all to do this. I need y'all to do that. But we really need to get back on making these phone calls, because the Georgetown County Recreation Department and the Georgetown County, just with the EMS situation, we still don't have an EMS service in Andrews. Okay. And things are continually happening. Yes, hey, it's good that you're showing up there, Mr. Carolina. But the same way that they went into that ARPA money that you like talking about so much, they could have went in there by now and purchased a new ambulance. Now, I understand it's not that easy as to just go purchase a new ambulance. That sounds like a real easy solution, but then you purchase a new ambulance, you still got to have qualified people to run it. You know what I mean? So that's a whole nother issue. But there is no communication as to what is being done to resolve this. To Eric Carolina's credit, at the last county council meeting, he pressed the county chairman, Louis Morant, to ask Beth Goodall, who was in the crowd, and somebody else, for some more clarification for the people. Just simply, we got these people here, we got these elderly people that's coming back and forth on the same issue, and he asked, as an olive branch, I guess, whatever, because they're here begging. Let's say something to them. And Louis Morant took a pass on that. He said, nah, and I get it. It wasn't on the agenda. And the reason why it wasn't, because you guys did the consent agenda, which was a dirty move. It's another word I could use, kind of move it was. But yeah. All right, May 27th at the ACE Center in Andrews, South Carolina. Y'all remember Miss Clarice J. This is in conjunction with the Food Truck Festival that'll be taking place. Okay, and this is Saturday, May 27th. This event is a ticketed event, so make sure you reach out to Miss Clarice and purchase a ticket. All right, and she has flyers up around town where you can go, and there's a QR code there that you can use to purchase a ticket through Cash App. So make sure you support. And the name of the event is called Women Do Great Business Too. And this is a business mixer, and this is going to be taking place again on May 27th. I also know on the other side of town by the river, if after you've got your food and you were looking for something else to do in the county, just head on over to Mayfest over at Black River. It's going to be going down over there. I need some info on that flyer. What did I do with that? Yeah. Where is that? So yeah, and shout out to Kidogo. This is an old flyer, but shout out to Kidogo Farms. This was from April 28th, and this was an event that they had for new farmers. So if you are looking to get into farming, and it's not just farming, you know what I mean, for yourself, but they are teaching you how to farm to make money. Okay. Again, not just to supplement your food bill, but to actually help you learn how to turn that into a business. Ooh, that felt rough. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to them on Facebook, on D-Book. Okay. Yep. And one time, shout out to Black Diamond Princess. I got some other information on that. And the important work that is done by Miss Jerry Davis, y'all. Her number is on the bottom, Black Diamond Princess, LLC. Okay, this is one of the nonprofit organizations that I would encourage you to donate to if you were looking for something. If you wanted to support Welcome to Andrews, the podcast, donate to this organization. This organization helps victims who are victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, and different types of things. Again, right in line with that mental health theme that we're talking about tonight. Okay. And this organization, your donations are used for different. One of the things that this organization does is it gets people to safe places, and in getting people to safe places, that may require a motel stay, that may require food, that may require a number of different things. So your money will be used for a good cause to help. Okay, so if that's something that you're looking forward to, that you're looking to get into, here's a great organization that I would definitely recommend you donating to. And it's a 501c, so the donations are tax deductible. And again, they had their first annual sexual assault walk, which was on April 29th of this last month. So the more you know, the more you grow. That was on somewhere. Okay. And keep your eyes open. Beach Avenue project is still going down, still taking place. So, as you travel along beach, just be mindful that there is a project in Plazay. Nah, the problem is Davis. Not the problemo. Okay, and one time for the big rig kids, I've this page right here, and I just can't wait till I get me some more of that Gullah Sorrel juice, but I'm sure they're gonna send that over to me real soon here in the future. Gullah Goods and Gifts. Y'all make sure y'all go Facebook, check them out. Okay. And make sure you go over and check out www.richrivertours.com. Okay. Who else we got to get in there? Hey, y'all, make sure y'all go eat at Jacob Stages. Did their grand opening there this past Saturday. I was not able to attend because I had to go kill bugs, but it's all good. And I heard it was a great turnout, and so y'all make sure I go by there and eat at Jacob's. All righty then. Shout out to Miss Jerry Davis, man. Miss Jerry Davis, she will donate stars to the Welcome to Andrews podcast. So, yeah, Miss Jerry, it's easy to support a good organization, good cause, but not hard to support good people. That's how that goes. So yeah, man, let's work on our mental health. Let's work on focusing on mental health. Let's focus on, looking out for those around us, inside of our families. And I get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes somebody may be having a mental health crisis and they don't want the help. I get it. It's you know what I mean? I get it. It's not an easy road, man. Hey, Miss Loretta, thank you, ma'am. Shout out to you. Thank you for shooting the footage over there. And you know what I mean? Y'all be safe over there. Again, these are good people, and they don't mean no harm to nobody. And that's the fortunate thing that that spares a lot of folks that spares a lot of folks. You know, and I look at these people and I want to be that compassionate, because I can't sit there and tell you that I am that compassionate or I am that, because for a long time, you know, I take the is, you know, now that I sit and look at it and become more compassionate about people, you know, before I'd just be like, I'm not I especially when I lived in like some of these bigger cities and these places, you know, I ain't no psychologist, and I ain't trying to be one. Like, it was just about protecting myself, you know what I mean? And you know, unfortunately, we live in a time where that's where you're gonna have to take that position, and you know, gonna have to take that position, because as this thing moves on, as this whole climate moves on, and the defund the polices and all this other stuff takes place, if you don't get more involved in your local government and what it's doing, then you'll see these local governments just deteriorate more and more, and it's gonna be less police. And the more and as these people who intend to break the law become more aware of the status of the law, then you know they're gonna become more emboldened. Look at this. Look at this, man. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this. This ain't happening in California. No, this happened on West Andrews. Just some random person just coming up to your house, making use of your stuff. So now you gotta be, you know what I mean? You're basically, now you gotta be careful what you put around your house, the house you pay for. You gotta be mindful that stuff you work to buy and try to improve the quality of your life. Now you got to hide it for somebody else, because they just feel like they can come take whatever you got. When you identify these people, lock their ass up, man. Some of them, I mean, if they're not gonna go get the mental help that they need, if the family's not gonna, you know, step in and intervene in a meaningful way, send them to jail. That, or just, again, put your life at risk. And then if you do shoot and kill somebody, you're not going to be the same either. So there's just a lot of craziness, man. And we just we got to come out of this false sense of security that we've lived under for a long time. You know what I mean? Like I said, as good as the police want to be, as honorable as some of these people are, and you know, as much as they want to help, they are not going to be there at the point like in retail, at the POS, at the point of sales. They're not going to be there at the point of you know what I mean? So, and it's just like in anything, you know, these people look for They look for vulnerability. They're looking for as least resistance as possible, as least of a challenge as possible. So now we're in a situation where you got to start hardening these targets. You got to start hardening these, make it known that you got the camera out in the front. Put a sign on, make a, because because we living in a different time and a different place. So that's just very, very, to me, it's a very disturbing photos. I mean, very, very disturbing. Oh, that's just no. And I know it's, oh man, he rang. Yeah, I'm gonna ring the damn alarm because my mind goes back to Mr. Bernard over in Italy. This is a man who would, any time of night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm telling you, he would open that door for anybody. Wasn't no rich man, didn't have a, So yeah, buy you a gun, learn how to shoot you a gun. There's a saying that, would you rather be a gardener in a war or a warrior in a garden? Think about that. So don't be that gardener in a war. Be that warrior in the garden. One more time, man. Y'all make sure y'all reach out to, we got to get back on the phone with Georgetown County, and we got to call Beth Goodall's office because I think they've kicked the can down the road a little farther, and it's just a hurry up and wait. Again, we're moving close to when these kids getting out of school, and this is going to become, it's already a bad situation. So we don't want it to become a worse situation. And there's no air testers and nothing that's been put out there. There's no fencing, nothing. It's just that's why I'm saying, and I'll continue to say, that no victory has been won today. But that don't mean we're going to stop fighting. So, hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight, but it's already late. But again, y'all make sure y'all share this broadcast, and let's keep it moving.